Hey everyone, Lycidas Heathcliffe here for catching up with the vampire once again. I don't remember the number, but welcome back to the podcast. uh, Obviously, I'm Lycidas Heathcliffe, obviously, and I'm here with a band that is upstarting, who released their first album this year, and a couple of albums in the span of technically last year, end of last year into this year. Um, they're fairly new. They're fairly awesome as well. You should go listen to them. They're on Spotify and whatever else you can get your music. iTunes probably too. I'm sure. Um, yeah. So, without further ado, I am here with Major Moment, and this is a major moment for me because I haven't interviewed a band in like forever. So,
Woohoo!
Hello, everyone. Hey,
Hi,
guys.
we're here.
Thank you for
you so
tuning in.
much.
Thank you for having us, Lycidas.
no problem. Um, so to get started, how do you guys meet? How do you guys meet? How the band, like, how you guys meet, and then how the band come together?
Oh, there are several.
How much time do we
How much
have?
time do we have? There are several stories that are kind of intertwined into one, right? So, I'm originally from Russia, right? Like I was born and grew up there, lived there for 21 years, and then all of a sudden I decided to move to another country. And I kind of figured that United States of America would be the country of my choice to pursue a
Wow,
career in music. Believe it or not, and I
crazy.
moved, and with me and my friend we started writing some demos, but then life, bitter life, and the reality, they took over, and I had to go get like a second job to catch up with bills, and then ended up running a business for somebody else, and then ended up starting business for myself as well, the first one, second one, third one, yada yada yada. And my dream of making music kind of took the backseat, and then I remembered about it about 8 years ago, and then I said, well, let's make it happen regardless, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Sasha was here playing an instrumental role. We met in the States. She's also from Russia, but
Accidentally.
she's gonna get into that side of the story. But she played an instrumental role in me remembering that I had a passion and a calling, because she was able to fulfill her dream as far as becoming a professional tennis player, and her passion, right? So she, was very inspiring, and supportive. She said, Andre, why don't you go,
Well,
and why don't you go and try to succeed in only the most difficult industry in the world? And I said, sure, why not?
it doesn't matter what industry. It matters how you feel and what is important to you and what you like to do.
Yeah, tell it to
Whatever
tell it to
the
our
dream is.
landlord when we have to pay rent
No,
next
say
time.
say for the people in the back.
But,
Sure.
all right, Sasha's side of the story is,
Oh my God, the drum roll.
yeah, 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds. Let's go. Come on.
Well, I'm originally from Russia, from Moscow, too, but we never met until I decided to travel to the United States for the first time. And that was after I already quit my professional career and started teaching tennis. And so we met through a mutual
Yeah, I
friend.
didn't know you're a quitter. I thought once you're a professional, you always stay professional. At least that's what you told me.
Whatever, guys.
It's all good.
It's great. Why do you have to put me on a spot like that? What the hell?
Because we're having fun here, right?
Shut up.
Oh my god.
I keep going. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I was saying that we only met because of Linkin Park, believe it or not, and music connected us. I was traveling to the United States with my friend, who happened to be Andre's friend as well,
Online friend.
online friend, and he's also an admin for the one of the biggest fan clubs in Russia for Linkin Park. And so yeah, and that's how we met and felt the connection. And
I didn't feel
I
any connection.
moved. I moved to the United States to be with Andre, and now we're making music together.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
incredible.
Wow.
And paying
Living a dream.
back to the music gods and
Right.
yeah.
Slaving away. I mean, we kind of have to pay the debt. Obviously, we already, music already helped us out in so many ways. Personally, we always turned to music when we had like a difficult time in life, or we needed some support, and like the artists that we listened to, like they were always there, like to support us as far as like their songs, right? And obviously what Sasha said about music being like kind of the only reason why we even met in the first place, and now we are married, and in the band together, so we kind of have to repay the debt, right?
I mean, it's a huge, help and
Once in a billion.
mental therapist music.
Right, for
Without
sure.
that, it will be hard to live.
Yeah,
I
so
think.
now we hope that other people will also feel the same way about our music if it helps anybody, if it makes them feel anything, doesn't have to be, if it makes them happy, right? Even if it makes them feel sad, but in a good way, maybe remember about something, but makes them feel something. We think that that's kind of the purpose of
That's right.
making music, self-expression and conversation with the listener through the means of art.
Also, I wanted to say that whatever you want to do in life, you should stick to whatever you think you want to do the most. Because if you think about it, we start working when we're like 18 years old, and then we work until we're like 65.
Until we drop dead.
So like
basically.
for the most part of your life, you're doing something, and hopefully it means something to you. So you would rather stick to what you like.
chase your dreams, guys. And like
I can only imagine how this all started. Like you come out, like you're thinking about the music thing, and then she comes on and she goes like, "Hey babe, come here," and then you're like, "What?" And she's like, "Follow your dreams, do the music thing. We need to make a band."
basically that's in a
Well,
nutshell.
also I was dragging him to karaoke bars every other night. So
That's true.
It's like, oh yeah, to the point that we were going to this amazing live band karaoke place, and we got the musicians over there. We got friends with them, and they got sick of us so much that it's like, guys, like, can you make your
chill
own
and
band?
go make your own band happen, right? Exactly. Stop bugging us.
Andrew is like, sure, what good idea.
Right.
Let's do that.
No, but I do gotta say though, what Sasha said about stick to what you do, and if you love it, do it forever. What I learned from a friend, right, is to work backwards. Find the dream first, and work backwards from that, and everything will just come together. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do as well.
Because I saw that, I don't know for everyone listening right now, I'm pretty sure this is over. I'm pretty sure this thing that they were doing on their Instagram's over, but you guys were getting fan votes for the Vans rap tour recently.
Yeah.
Yes.
And is that done?
It
is done. It was a long, what is it? Was 80 days or 90 days or something?
It was a long time.
It's crazy. And like we have a fan, his name is Paul, who religiously voted for us every single day. I'm gonna be honest. I missed a couple days, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure we all did, but he never missed a day. That's insane, and like we're so grateful to have people like that in our corner. But yeah, the voting ended, and then the industry panel is gonna choose one of top 100 bands that's gonna get the opportunity, and like the amount of votes basically decides whether or not you're gonna end up in the top 100, which we're about to find out, I guess, any day now.
Well, here's the question then: if you guys do make it, right, and you guys get to the Vans rap tour and all that stuff, who is the band that you what? I'll say both ways, so I can get an answer for both. Is that what band would you guys want to open for, and what band would you guys want to open for you guys?
All right, that's fun. Damn, there's so many bands that we would love to open for. Like we
I
have,
think like, what does it matter who opens for whom? I mean,
right? We don't
we
honestly.
just treat it as a show in general. It doesn't matter who goes after who.
Right,
Yeah.
not to us.
Not
We never
yeah.
like have this like, oh, we're the headliner, like we're the most important person in the room. Like, where's our catering? Like where's our green room and brown M&Ms, right? Like,
I
that's
also thought about that.
that's not what's happening, right? Like, if we play a show with other bands, like, we treat them all as even equals, and hopefully other bands that we get to perform with, have the
Think the
same
same
attitude,
thing.
at least in some way, right?
Mhm.
But there's literally like a list of like 40 bands that I would love to perform with or like
Linkin
open
Park,
with.
Bad Omens,
Well, Linkin
Bring
Park,
Me the
obviously,
Horizon,
right?
Spirit Box.
Oh,
Architects,
great choices.
um, you know,
Yeah, I could no. If I could say my personal list would be obviously you guys are on that list. Major Moment, Hailstorm,
That's cool.
The Offspring,
oh yeah,
uh, Spirit Box. Other ones that basically Sasha said: Spirit Box, Bad Omens, Blood
yeah,
on the Dance Floor,
yeah,
Asking
Uh-huh.
Alexandra, Escape the Fate.
for sure.
Like,
Yeah,
Great show.
great
I'm a
choices.
part of it right now.
Yeah, where do we sign?
hey, right here.
Yeah, exactly. Done. All right, let's make it all happen.
It's funny that Andre's vocals got compared to the
Dexter,
Offspring.
yeah,
So funny.
from the Offspring, because like I cannot hear it, but like people say, oh, like this song reminds me of the Offspring, and like, oh, the guy's vocals remind me of Dexter Holland from the Offspring. I'm like, I love the band. I grew up listening to it, playing Crazy Taxi on Dreamcast, and obviously
Yeah.
the Offspring being the soundtrack to it. And I cannot hear like any comparison, but it's a flattering compliment, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I had that kind of money to set up my own like little like concert thing where I can hire in all these bands to come play like at a concert or something, I would definitely probably do that kind of setup.
Well,
That's
we'll tell you
awesome, yeah.
what. Like, you just worry about hiring other bands. We're just gonna come and play for free. So that's one band less you have to play. You have to pay. All right. Like, we're cutting you a nice deal after all.
Yeah, like trying to walk up to the Offspring and be like, "Hey guys,
How many millions? Right. Exactly.
yeah,
How many
how
tens
many
of
of
thousands?
these do you need?"
Right. Yeah. No, that would be cool. We actually played the same festival with the Offspring. What was it? Blue Ridge, right?
Yep.
Or was it Louder Than Life? Which one was it? I think it was Blue Ridge,
Blue
right?
Ridge. Blue Ridge.
Is that your
Yeah,
live album that you guys made?
yeah.
Yeah.
So playing big stages with the bands like the Offspring and like Bad Omens were there, and that was before the
On
death
the
of Peace
side
of Mind,
stage
right?
during like 3 p.m.
On
something.
a smaller stage, right? And we were able to walk like, because we had like artist badges, right?
Mhm.
So they granted us access to like
Backstage.
basically, like side stage, so we watched like half of the
I think
show.
this is the first time I actually got introduced to the band.
Right.
I
Same.
never knew
Yeah, I never
about
heard of
Bad
them either.
Omens
Right.
before.
And they're like from Virginia as well, I guess. Right. So that's where the festival was, and that was before their big breakthrough with the death of Peace of Mind. Right.
Yeah.
So, but I remember hearing a couple songs there. I think Limits was one of them, and I
Yeah.
think Never Know was another one. And I definitely remembered those two. I'm like, oh, there's something to these guys. Like,
And they had an enormous crowd already in front of the stage. That was
yeah,
so cool.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, so that was awesome, and like being part of a huge festival like that obviously opens your eyes in so many different ways, like just basically seeing how all the big bands do it, from the performance standpoint, from like all the little secrets, and like the costume changes, and like how what kind of a crew they have, like what do they do, like what do they have on the side of the stage, like maybe like do they have like water, do they have like floor fans, do they
Yeah.
have like some like throat spray or something, like do they have like
We saw it all.
we saw it all the secrets, right? Like what kind of gear they use, on the stage and off the stage, how it all works and communicates with everything. Like
Yeah, we've learned a lot.
we stole all the secrets.
But there's this thing I learned on I think it was Facebook. I think
Yeah,
that Billy Joel does this thing where at his concerts in the front row in front of the stage, that what
yeah.
he does is that he leaves all those seats open, and the only people that sit front row at his concerts are like the true diehard fans, because he doesn't want to make it look like there's a bunch of rich snobs sitting in the front row. So he gives nosebleed opportunities to people to sit front row at his concert.
That's amazing. I love that.
That's
And
really
we would love to
cool.
do the same thing as well.
Wow.
So whenever we make it big, we're definitely going back to the nosebleeds, and dragging people from there to the front row for sure.
Hopefully there are no seats though.
No, I mean, if you make it big, there are definitely seats on like arena stadium
Yeah.
sizes. So.
Oh, all-time lows in our band too. I would add on to a thing that you.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that would be great.
They have straight to DVD as an album. You guys can have straight to streaming, because that's the way of the future.
Right. Yeah.
So like what? So like so oh wait. Okay, I got a word better. The first time you guys ever stepped in front of a huge crowd at your very first concert ever, how was that like? Like, was it like, oh my god, there's all these people here, and you got super stressed and all that stuff? I'm sure. Like, how
Yeah,
did that go?
usually.
Well, that's two different events, but by the way, the first ever show and the first ever big crowd show.
Right.
The first show, it was actually the first show ever was 100 people.
But that was without you.
Yeah.
You were one
And
of
I
those
was not
100
even
people.
a part of it.
You
Can you
you
believe
were in
it?
the audience.
I was in the audience.
Right. There was a dark time in the history of Major Moment where Sasha wasn't a member of Major Moment yet.
Well, kind of backstage. I was still doing the website and doing all the work.
Right. I was giving her all the dirty work, and I was getting all the benefits myself, right? But yeah, the first, I think you only missed one show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we played literally one show without Sasha, and then Sasha joined us because
Last minute.
to me it was obvious that like this is a catastrophe. We need help as far as like backing vocals, because the guys that we were playing with, like I guess they didn't learn the parts correctly, or like didn't want to do backing vocals or something
At all.
along
Yeah.
those lines. And Sasha was invited. Sasha offered her help for a one-off show.
I was like, come on, like I know all the songs, I know all the lyrics.
And
Right. She was already here when we were recording them, right? Like I was writing and recording them, and back then like I was the only vocalist in the band, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But she knew all the songs because I would consult with her, like what do you think of this? Like is it good? Is it good enough or not good enough? Never good enough. She was like, no, not good enough. All right, but anyway, so then after that one show, where she stepped in and filled the shoes of the backing vocalist, she slowly worked her way up to the lead vocalist, I guess, on
right.
some of the songs right now, which is awesome.
And she killed it. I mean, like,
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm being fully honest here. Like, Sasha, like, you are a good singer. You are a good lead singer.
Cheers.
Oh,
Cheers.
yeah. I
And
appreciate that.
and you guys as a band reminds me so freaking much of the stuff that was popular when I was in high school. Like because My Chemical Romance and
Oh yeah.
the Black Parade and
Oh hell yeah.
like all that kind of stuff. You know, Linkin Park, like Linkin Park with Crawling in My Skin and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Everest, all
Oh,
popular when I was in high school. You guys remind me of that time period of my life when I was in high school with that kind of music. That's what you guys
Well, I
remind me
guess
of.
that was for a reason
awesome.
because we were also like, it's known that when you're in your like teenage years, right? Like you get exposed to the music and like it affects you in a different kind of way, right? Like it kind of becomes um, your whole persona in a way, right? Like your you
Yeah.
know it means so much to you. You discover all the new things, all the new genres, all the new artists at that stage. You attend your first concerts probably, right?
Yeah.
um so My Chem and Linkin Park and like Taking Back Sunday and what was it? I think Placebo, right?
Oh,
And
nice.
Julian K was on the tour. They had like Project Revolution tour. So Linkin Park and My Chem were
Oh, yeah.
headlining. So I definitely listened a ton. For of the Black Parade and all of this good stuff.
I was so jealous of those people from like videotapes that I was watching from Linkin Park that were
Yeah,
attending Project Revolution. Unfortunately, heard about Linkin Park a little later.
right.
So I
And
don't know,
they didn't
but
come
it
to
was
Russia
awesome.
with concerts when I lived there, and
Actually, that was my first real legit live show that I attended. It was Linkin Park in
and
2006.
see, it affected you so much. Then here we are.
It was so cool.
No, that's awesome. You got, like I said, you guys are. I mean, your music is like. I just love your guys' music now. I mean, you got. Hailstorm is a high favorite band of mine, and you guys are
Cool.
up there too because I really like
Lizzie
it.
Lizzie is an amazing front
Vocalist.
woman, amazing vocalist, and amazing guitar player too. Um, so yeah, I wasn't too familiar. Yeah,
Sasha, and Lizzie, combo sound.
Yeah, that
if
would be
if
that
we
would
if we
be
manage to
crazy.
get Lizzie Hale as a featured artist, that would be freaking amazing.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
So we've been talking about the music. We
Yeah,
obviously know how great it is. Obviously you guys have a nerd side of you guys. You have your nerdy side of yourselves
we do.
Yes.
Yeah,
behind the music.
behind it all. Yeah, we're a little bit of video game addicts as well. At least we used to be, right? Like when we had a lot more time on our hands than we do right now, because like music basically just sucks all the free time.
But
You
it's
know,
kind of like movies, but you're able to manipulate it and play it yourself.
oh,
How cool is
we
that?
know what
It's
video games
amazing.
are, right? Thank you, Sasha.
You're welcome.
But yeah, we still occasionally play a video game or two, and like this year we allowed ourselves a couple minutes of happiness, right? A couple hours of happiness, and
That
like
was my New Year.
your New Year's
New
resolution,
Eve. Yeah, New Eve.
high definition resolution, right? And
That
Sasha,
was awesome. I played until like what, 3?
3 a.m., right? Like Sasha played Siberia, the new Siberia, right?
Yeah. Love that
So
series.
so before we get into the nerdy gaming stuff though, I gotta ask though. I mean, even though you guys, I think you told me you guys aren't really into hockey, maybe a little, but what's your thoughts on your guys' fellow countryman Alex Ovechkin finally breaking the Wayne Gretzky record and become like an all-time legend in the NHL right now?
I mean, it's definitely good for him, and you gotta be a hardworking person to end up you know uh, what is it, NHL, right?
Yeah, the NHL. Yeah.
Yeah.
NHL. So I was I was speaking of the nerdy side. I was confusing NHL and HLN, which is a channel we frequently
That's
watch
good.
forensic files on. because we're crazy people, and that's what we do.
That's so good.
That's what we do at
And we
1
used,
a.m. in the hotels when we go to recording studios and on tour.
used to do that.
We binge watch
That's
Forensic
so
Files.
funny.
Oh, please excuse me. Please excuse my dyslexic moment, right? But anyway, you have to be a super hardworking person to even end up there. Not to mention like the dedication to like
Yeah.
break world records. You know,
It's incredible.
It's incredible.
I mean, I've been a professional tennis player, so I know how that
You know how it
feels. It's crazy. I cannot, like right now, I cannot even imagine that I was able to do those things and spend 6 hours a day practicing and running and just overcoming the pain every single day.
No pun intended, huh, Sash? Yeah.
Oops.
Right. But yeah, like if hockey is on, I'll definitely watch it. You know, but rarely anything is on at this point in major moments.
I've
Like,
been to a game once. I really liked it. It was a lot of fun.
yeah.
Hockey live is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Like we have
It's
to
been
literally like make time for anything like non-music related at this point. You know, so if we want to watch a movie, like the last time we watched the movie, it was like I think Andre got drunk and was like, "Screw everything, we're watching the movie right now."
last year.
And that was like months ago, and it wasn't even in the movie theater or anything. It was just like,
Yeah.
oh, what was it? I was showing Pulp Fiction to you, right? Like
Oh,
you
yeah.
didn't watch front to back. You only watched like
It's really cool.
Are you guys into anime?
somewhat, yeah, a little bit, not much though. Again, you need a lot of time to really get into like the stories and all, you know.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say, have you guys watched My Hero Academia?
No.
No.
Oh
Sorry.
man, that anime is the best, and it's about to end.
Oh, cool.
But no, I mean, if you guys haven't watched anime, that's fine. I don't want to like, you know.
Well, yeah, we would love to watch anime. Actually, as a matter of fact, so we're so far from anime. We like, well, I watched. I don't know if you even consider it anime, but like, you know, like the Japanese classics, right? Like I watched some of them, right?
Like Pokemon.
Like Pokemon.
Sailor Moon.
I watched a few Pokemon and Sailor Moon episodes when I was
Yes.
a young boy.
Sailor Moon, man, that was my jam growing up.
Yes.
Right.
Well, same. I watched it, but it wasn't really conscious.
Yeah.
Like,
And
that was a major moment in my childhood.
Oh, hell yeah.
we got
Awesome.
we got introduced, and obviously there's like one classic anime movie, right, that is considered like a must watch, which is Ghost in the Shell, right?
Yeah.
And we haven't watched it, but we were we were introduced to this concept by our producer friend that we worked with recently, who said like when you're writing a song, just trust me and put whatever, like it could be like Star Wars, it could be anime on the background on TV, and like keep working. And so we tried out of respect for him. We put Ghost in the Shell in the background, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think like the original one and the remake were playing like next to each other, or like the remaster, right?
Yeah.
And so now and I know watched it, and neither did Sasha, right? So
Yeah.
now we have to watch it actually with
real.
sound on, you know, and actually paying attention to what's going on, because I already know all the scenes, and like, yeah.
Are you the type? Are you the speaking of that? Are you guys the type of band where like after you make music and all this stuff that you don't listen to it again because you feel like, oh wait, I'm not proud of this because I made it or whatever, but then like later down the line you're like, oh okay, I'm proud of this.
No,
No.
I don't think so.
We're streaming our music. I mean, I'm speaking for myself.
I think
I
like,
do, like,
if we're
listen.
making something that we're planning to release, we're making it to the point where we actually are kind of somewhat happy with the result, or at least we can let go
Mm-hmm.
of where we are and say, well, this is the best we could have done, right?
Right.
Like, time for this ship to sail, right? Time for this child to go and
It's really hard because sometimes like it feels very good and then you wake up in the morning and listen to it and it's not great, and then something like you always feel like tweaking stuff. But at some point you just have to stop
right.
and release it. And yeah, no, there is such thing as ear fatigue, and you want to take breaks and not listen to it for some time, to just to like have clear mind and
Yeah, approach it
understanding if
with
it's
the
good
fresh
or
set of
not.
ears, basically, right?
Because no,
I don't
because no, because the reason I asked that is because on my old podcast I used to do, I had Rusty Cooley on there. He's a guitar player,
Mm-hmm.
and I asked him something about his music and about all that, something about his music. But he said that because he does his own solo stuff now, but he used to be in a band. But for some reason, he didn't like listening back to the older stuff because it was like, oh, I wasn't proud of it. I didn't like it. And then he went back eventually and listened to it again. And he was like, okay, I like that. That was pretty good.
uh,
I guess partially, like I can understand that, and maybe like a little. I kind of feel a little bit of that sometimes.
but as
Because
you evolve as an artist, it's normal. Like that's what you should be doing. You should get better, and like in as the time goes by, you're looking back at your old projects and think like, oh my god, I could have done like this little thing much better right now.
right.
But that was released. That's why it's cool, because it was released and it's a piece of work and it's hopefully still good music. Maybe the performance could be better, but that's why we have live shows, and then you can come
Yeah,
in and experience the song
write more
in a
songs,
little
right?
bit newer way, you know.
Yeah,
And you
and
can remaster it, and you can do a
That's right.
remaster and
yeah, you
redo it.
can remake it as well, like from scratch if you want to. Like I was actually thinking about maybe giving a new life to some of our songs that I'm less than happy with right now, But I kind of learned to also let go of, it is what it is, right? Like that's the best. That's literally the best we could have done at that moment.
Yeah.
Now, 8 years later, I would do things differently. You know what I mean? So maybe I still would like re-record it, but like I would probably not delete the older ones. Like it would just be a cool thing. Like let's say for like a 10th anniversary edition of like our debut EP that we recorded like back in
Right.
2017, 2018, right? Like that could be like a cool revisiting um, with the fresh set of ears,
Experience.
right?
Yeah.
But I also wanted to say like the first couple hundreds of times that we're listening to our own music, right?
Yeah.
Like we're listening from from like the functional perspective of it, right?
Uh
Like
huh.
we're trying to find flaws, we're trying to find like red flags, we're trying to find something that sticks out to us and like try that we would like to improve, right? While we're working on the song, like at home,
Yeah.
writing it, recording a home demo, then bringing it to the studio, working with the producer, reworking it there, then actually like playing and singing, like with something that's gonna end up on the record and like gonna be released, and then we're listening to the songs in the mixing stage and then in the mastering stage. So like it's a lot of listening to the same songs. And I was just thinking like like recently I thought like we get so buried in this process that like I never get a chance to stop and kind of like reflect on the path that we're that we took, right? And like the steps that we made, and like I never got a chance to like listen to the music from the perspective of like a listener, or like something that I would
Do you
enjoy.
think it's possible?
Good
I don't think
question,
so.
good question, right?
I guess one thing I can recommend. I think it happened here in Chicago too. They would like bring you guys to perform in Chicago, but there's a festival that happens in the town I used to live in before I lived where I live now in Schaumburg, called Septemberfest,
Mm-hmm.
and they do concerts there. And I don't know how bands get involved with that, but there's an option open for you guys to perform it.
Sure,
Nice.
let's try to figure it out. We often, like, every day I find some new festival or some new venue, and like we reach out and see if we can make something work. So
Actually, one of our fans
Helped
recently
us to
helped
book a
us
show.
to book a show.
yeah,
It was so cool.
I
The
mean,
first one in our books.
right.
I'm trying I don't know, like, the thing is, I don't even know how to help. I mean, like, I think I would just have to go to the venue's websites or message the venue.
Welcome to the world of booking, because neither do we. We
Nobody knows anything.
It's a wild.
It's just like everyone's picking, pushing buttons that like might work.
Might work and might not.
Might not.
Send 100 emails, maybe one will come back.
It's
A
like
couple will
if
come
you're
back,
in
yeah.
front of the plane. What is the
In the
cabin?
cockpit,
Yeah.
and
Like
you're
all
trying to
those
land
buttons
it.
are in front of you, and you have no freaking idea what's going on. This is
Right.
how it feels.
Yeah, it still feels the same to us. Like, we work with the booking agent right now, but still, like, whenever I find something, I'm sending him like right away. Hey, like, can we look into this? And like, it's a never ending thing that we're doing, and like trying to find a way. And it's never like it's there's like no manual how to book a show. Like sometimes it can work, like you reach out to a friend of yours and he's like, oh, I know just the guy, and like he gets you in touch with somebody, right?
Well, there is a venue, there is a promoter, and
Right.
there is
There
a
are artists.
headliner,
Right.
right? So
So what state are you guys from again? Like
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Boston.
What? So since you guys haven't been to Chicago, is there anything you guys want to know about Chicago that I can tell you about?
We've been to Chicago
Couple of times,
a couple
right?
times on vacation.
Yeah.
So
What is it though?
What is it though? So, yeah. So obviously we're known for our Italian beef, hot dogs, our pizza, all that
Yeah.
stuff.
the dish?
Yeah, like I think if you ever come here as a band to perform, always like hit up the big hit like Giordano's, Gino's East, Lou Malnati's, all that, and even the little tiny places are like really good. So like when you come here, definitely get the pizza and love it because
Definitely get a pizza. I remember like popcorn was a thing, right?
Gare's popcorn, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's right.
That's chef's kiss.
Yeah, and then we went to like a nice coffee shop, I remember, somewhere, and then we went to like
there were
a
lot of
speakeasy,
good
right?
places.
That was pretty dope.
And then there's Portillo's, which they're big here too.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yeah, so we're definitely looking forward to coming and playing in Chicago. Yeah.
So, how about like, how do I say it? So, Hot Topic, right? Do you think you guys would ever like? Do you think that you guys will ever strike a deal with Hot Topic to get merch sold there?
Yeah, that would be cool. So for that, you probably would need to end up on a label, on a pretty sizable label too. So I know a band that recently has done it. And they so the band is called The Funeral Portrait. So I don't know if you're familiar with them or not, but look them up. Awesome guys. And so they recently had merch in Hot Topic, and they were so excited, and we were so excited for them as well. Yeah,
That's awesome. Like speaking of like Hot Topic and style and all that. I mean, when you guys are on stage, and from what I saw in the music videos, all that stuff, you guys killed in those music videos. Like freaking Sasha sipping out of a skull. What the heck? Like,
right.
How you doing it without freaking being like, oh, this is odd? Like, how you doing it?
I don't know. We do all sorts of things, right? And like whatever crazy stuff we can come up with, we're definitely doing it for the sake of music video. Wait until you see a couple more music videos that we're kind of conceptualizing right now. There's gonna be more crazy stuff coming. We love just
It takes time though,
playing with
unfortunately.
ideas.
Like if you guys ever do make a vampire song, like if you do, I'll I'll
You should be
freaking
the vampire, right?
yeah,
The
like
guy.
I'll freaking do it for free because I'm not gonna because like I don't care. I'll freaking be in the video as a vampire. Get me all makeup, get me all this blood all over me, all that stuff. It just
I
but
can do
Deal.
that.
We can do that. Sure.
yeah, and I'll just be the vampire in the music video, and it would just be.
Aw.
I would love to do that. If you guys are cool with that, I don't want to force my way
We're,
into a
we're,
music
we're
video.
totally cool with that. We're always looking for actors for music videos. It's always a pain to find somebody who's willing to do it like either relatively cheap or for free, right? Because the budgets are tight. B, somebody who's fitting the character that we already kind of imagined in our
Yeah.
heads. And C, whoever is capable of like acting even on like a smaller level, right? And like not gonna be like stunned in front of the camera, right? Unless his role is to be stunned, of course. Like that's totally fine.
No, I mean, I was actually thinking for some reason all day when I was at work, when I was getting excited for this, I was thinking about like what would the chorus for a vampire song that they would make sound like, and I made up in my head, I'm just a vampire. I want your blood in my veins, for the chorus.
Well, I love that.
Like
Okay, that's
like
great.
like it would sound like I'm just a vampire. I want your blood in my veins or something like that. Something around that
Yeah.
line.
Okay, maybe we're gonna write a vampire song now. Are you gonna be cool with us using that as a line or what?
Yeah, use it. I don't
It's
care.
actually a cool line,
Yeah,
dude.
go ahead.
Seriously,
Go
you know.
ahead. You have my permission.
All right. Well, here we go. It's on record now.
That's awesome. Woohoo!
All
That's
right.
exciting.
I can even like if you guys end up doing it, I'll use like if I'm in the music video, then I can use it. I can cut out some of the parts of the music video and use it as the intro for this podcast.
Hell yeah. Why not? Right?
That's awesome.
Deal.
Deal. Handshake deal. Yeah, I mean like I like I feel like you guys are gonna make it big one day, and I feel like I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see Major Momo on the same line in the same vein as like Bring Me the Horizon, Escape the Fate, My Chemical Romance, The Offspring, like that genre. You know, the modern rock genre. I think
Yeah.
like you guys. No, I'm serious. You guys sound so good. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna see you guys eventually hit the scene and be like a major player in the whole rock genre. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Right.
we're gonna
We're
keep
getting there.
we're gonna keep grinding, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, we're just gonna still keep grinding, you know. So there's only one way to the top, as far as I'm concerned.
Because I just want to let you guys know too that I'm definitely here to help. I want to help as much as I can because I
Thank you
believe
so
it.
much,
I
man.
believe
We
it.
really appreciate you. Thank you. And then like that's the best kind of help is to have this kind of attitude, like together we're a community. Like we treat our fans and friends like I don't really like to call our supporters fans to begin with. To us
I
they're
don't
like
think there is anything negative. I'm like proud to say I'm a huge fan of Linkin Park. Like I'm a huge fan of Major Moment.
all right. Maybe that, but
It's
it does
fine.
have a little bit of ring to it, so
Yeah.
it's good.
No, you guys should hook up with Eminem with the M&M candies and on the front of the package, and you guys just like looking like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should do that for sure. That would be like a cool endorsement, right?
I don't know what the main color of your guys' band
Well,
is.
only brown. Sorry, like
No.
Like-
Why brown? Brown is boring.
No, limeish green and blue.
yeah,
And you guys are on the package like this major moment M&Ms, and the M&M logo is literally your guys' logo with the M with the RM in it.
That's so funny.
see, like we're gonna talk about it a little
That's
more,
great.
and like we're gonna go to bed, and I'm gonna have dreams about like
And then you're not
walking
gonna sleep.
walking
right?
into like Eminem's world, right, and like seeing like major moment all over the place. And then I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be really sad because like I'm gonna walk into 7-Eleven, I'm not gonna see any major moment.
Oh
Like
my
like
God.
I'm sad. I must
Like
leave.
the Indian guy is gonna be like, "Hey, wine something," or like, what are you staring at those like candies, you weirdo." Yeah.
No, I mean like, but what is your like when it comes to sponsorships, right? What is like the dream sponsorship you guys have? Like it could be shoes, clothing brand, whatever, like candy, whatever it is. What's you
Never
guys?
thought about that. That's pretty cool.
That's an awesome question. Well, is it just one or multiple choices allowed?
Well, yeah, multiple. I would think Vans is one of them because the Vans rap tour, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Yes,
Cool.
that's a no
Well,
brainer,
Vans
right?
is already with Echo.
Right. So Echo got endorsed and has his own pair of. I don't know if you're familiar with the rap artist by the name Echo, EKOH.
I think I've
Uh,
heard of him. I
so
think.
he had
A
his thing
thing.
at his live shows where during like the last song he would say
Well, it was
specific.
in the lyric.
Right. There was something about Vans shoes in the lyric, right? So he made the thing where he was asking the crowd to throw him Vans shoes right on the stage, and he was signing them and throwing them back. And so the joke got so big that actual marketing director of Vans found out about it, and so they had a conversation, and like they invited them to the show to play like a special sponsored show by Vans, and then they ended up
Making a
co-
special shoe
doing a
with
collaboration on
him.
a special pair of shoes with him that are still sold right now,
Hmm.
which is freaking awesome. Like
Yeah.
what kind of a story is that,
That's
right?
very inspiring.
I know Taco Bell is doing.
And he's also an independent artist, which is like
Right,
freaking amazing.
right, right. I know Taco Bell is also sponsoring some artists. I just found out the other day. Unfortunately, submissions are closed for this year. We're already locked out on that.
Ah,
But
Major moment at Taco Bell. Yeah.
no.
I don't know. We're not huge fans of Taco Bell, but I'm thinking like from the perspective of like.
Polaroid.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
mean
do you know what? Oh, do you know what? Here,
that kind of makes sense, right?
look.
That'd be cool.
No, you guys should. No, you guys should make a freaking Polaroid camera based on like a major moment themed Polaroid camera.
See?
We have those
That's what I'm
we have
saying.
those Polaroid like instant pictures as a merch item in our store.
Yeah,
So
we take a picture just for you and then sign it and
because
send it out to you.
the thing here is like with analog, obviously, like you cannot edit it, right? Like you cannot retake it and make it exact the same, right? It's always going to be different. So it's like a moment in time. And so for us, we thought like, oh well, it's going to be the thing now. So we just recently bought like a wider format just a couple days ago of like Fujifilm, like Insta wide or something, right?
Yeah.
And then we had like
Great
a
camera.
vertical one, yeah. But super excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys want to take the Polaroid and sign it and send it to me, that's fine. I love that.
Sure, why not?
I
We'll
I,
do that.
I actually have a photo album that's just made to put Polaroids in. I'll put it in there.
Oh yeah. So
Wow, how many do you have?
I've taken only a few so far because I just got not that long. I got like I think like a year ago, and I've been starting to use it more because I love taking Polaroids.
Yeah.
I took a picture of I think I have it on my phone, but I took a like I don't know. Do you guys remember the anime Yu-Gi-Oh? At least
yeah, of course.
the guy who made it passed away like 2 years ago,
Yeah.
Mm.
and at Anime Magic, which is an anime convention near where I live,
Mm-hmm.
um, the people at the convention like made this area at the convention where they put like their like flowers, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Yu-Gi-Oh stuff in his
Mhm.
memory, and I took a picture with my Polaroid camera of the memorial, and I let the picture develop, and I put the picture right in his thing, and I saved the picture as well before I put it down.
Nice,
Very cool.
nice.
And
Yeah,
so I have a few Polaroids. I like taking Polaroids. The only thing is that you gotta store the film in a fridge because I don't know why. But
right, right. So it doesn't spoil, I guess, right?
yeah. So I'm guessing you guys are Polaroid fans too, huh?
Yeah,
Well, it kind of
instant
fits the
pictures.
brand, you know.
It's on brand for us for sure. But yeah, speaking of, so send us an address after we're done here, and we'll mail you an old school Polaroid picture, right?
Yep.
But yeah, speaking of endorsements and sponsorships, right? Like, let's think about it. Like, what the well, a Ferrari would be like a nice sponsorship to have, right?
Ferrari.
Wow, high roller. What the hell?
That's not rock. That's not Ferrari's not
Not too
rocker.
rock and roll for you, no.
No,
I
like
mean,
like if you guys teamed up with Warren Star, that would like make more sense.
Bougie.
right. Well, like honestly, at this point,
Dang.
if anybody wants to sponsor us, we will consider your suggestions and your applications. You
Hell,
guys.
I'll sponsor you guys. I mean,
All right,
Awesome.
let's go.
but Catching Up with the Vampire, Catching Up with the Vampire, sponsored by Major Moment.
Right, right.
That's
Exactly.
cool.
But I mean, like whiskey, right? For me, that would be like a cool thing.
Yeah.
Because I like to indulge a little bit sometimes. What else?
Mountain Dew, maybe.
Mountain Dew, no. Like we're not into like sugary drinks, right? I mean, like
I'm like blanking right now, hard.
champagne, like
don't
see
know.
Ferrari champagne. What else? Diamonds. Andre's on a roll. Like
Wait,
No,
how,
no. I was thinking-
black caviar, obviously.
how about
Has-
liquid? How about Liquid Death?
liquid death? We'll take that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah. Whatever they did is freaking phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
to sell water, just like plain water in a metal can, like in an aluminum can,
Genius.
with just like call it liquid death too, and like turn it into like a multi-million-dollar business. This is insanity. Like this is marketing genius at play.
I mean, like if Metallica can do it, you guys can do it too.
Right? Yeah, because we're just as cool as Metallica.
No, I mean, I'm saying because like Liquid Death is becoming like the rocker drink because
Yeah, for sure.
because it's
Great.
because I don't know if you guys noticed because I watched a history video on how they became the bee, and the only reason they made it was because there's a dude that went to a bar one time and all his friends were drinking, he didn't. And he didn't want to look lame holding a water bottle in a bar or drinking water. And so they made that so you look cool while drinking water with your buddies.
And it looks
Right?
like a beer can, right?
Yeah.
And
And
it's
nobody's judging you.
and it's like badass, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
That's awesome.
No,
Well, Red Bull would be. By the way, Red Bull has its own record label, so that would be like a win-win situation. You
That's
know,
cool. I like that.
because Red Bull gives you wings.
exactly.
Right.
How about like zero sugar soda? Would you brand that?
Sure. Why not? Right? Like I like Mexican Coke once in a while. You know, because
Yes.
it has real cane sugar in it and doesn't have like high fructose corn syrup like an American Coke does.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of like.
It
soda
brings back the memories because like like to have a bottle of Coke or Sprite on a on a table during like New Year or like celebration for like a birthday when I was a kid back in Russia was like a cool thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that was something that came from America or
Oh
something.
yeah, and they
right?
didn't have a McDonald's there. Can
No,
you
like
believe
in
that?
my hometown there was no
Crazy.
McDonald's until I left, and then they printed.
Yeah.
Just like they knew.
A village.
Well, I mean, unfortunately nowadays there isn't any McDonald's in Russia, but we're not going to go there. But there's no McDonald's in Russia
Yeah, I
right now.
know.
Exactly.
Well, we went there and the album came out.
Yeah, exactly.
Out of all this
our album
struggle
that you were
situation.
the album that's called "The Pain That Makes Us Grow." The pain has to do in many ways with us being Russians and experiencing, reflecting on what's going on right now. So
Yeah.
So one thing I want to ask, because I think it'd be really cool. Do you guys ever consider doing cassette tapes?
yes.
Oh, look at that
We
guy.
actually, A, this is very cool. B, I grew up listening to cassette tapes, and C, we have a project that is already in draft that just needs to be finished. Not only we consider that we're almost there.
Yeah, we're almost
very close.
approving the design right now. So like we're still need to tweak a couple of things and it's gonna be done.
The pain that makes us grow is gonna be on cassette, and our brand new album is also gonna be on cassette. So
When you guys send me the Polaroid, I don't think I have any film on me right now. But like when I do get film, I freaking take one and send you one guys one back.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
I like that.
And I know, and you guys are giving out CDs for free right now, right? Because you're just trying to get the name out there.
Yeah, like that's one of the things. That's a marketing campaign that we're doing. We're giving away our debut EP called "One Small Step." To anybody who wants to support us and like check out our music. And then in the process of ordering that CD, you also have an option to pick up our second EP and the full length album at a very significant discount.
Yep.
So if you want to like get a complete collection, right, and stay in touch and support us.
And vinyl as well.
And we have vinyl as well, right? So yeah, you have an option to pick whatever you want, or if you want just a free CD to check us out and see if we're any good, then you're more than welcome to have that as well. But
right,
you guys are more than pretty good. You guys rule.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Thank you.
Because when it comes to cassette tapes, I only got a few cassette tapes, but I got like Kenny G, Tears for Fears,
yeah,
all that, but like most of them are Christmas because I love Christmas. So
yeah,
I need to shake up a little bit here,
Very nice. Well, it's gonna happen.
Major Moment Christmas album? No.
Major Moment Christmas album. Let's go.
So Major Moment Christmas album might not be happening, but what might be happening is Major Moment going away to like a cabin in the woods for Christmas and writing an album there on Christmas. So that's more of a likely scenario.
That'd be awesome.
Right.
But no, when the cassette tapes do happen, I would definitely like to pick up the cassette tapes because
yes,
cool.
Stay tuned. It's gonna happen most likely this year for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So cartoon. So do you guys watch cartoons, or is that in the same vein as anime for you?
Right now, everything except for music is kind of in the same vein, like where we have to make time to even watch a little bit. But like I grew up watching like Disney cartoons, and like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was my absolute all-time favorite one, right?
Pixar is amazing.
And then Pixar came, right? And I was just recently, I guess, like reading how Pixar as a company, like how, like, because it's Steve Jobs' company, how
I didn't even know that.
Also wasn't easy. Didn't have like the easiest time, right? And how then it got bought by Disney, right, for like several $1 billion, right? But before that, it was like on the verge of like a bankruptcy, basically, right?
Have you guys ever been to Disney World or Disneyland yet?
Yes.
We will. Which one is in Orlando?
World.
Yeah.
All right. So we've been there, and we've been to Universal Studios there.
Now, have you? Speaking of Disney, have you seen that Disney made like a rock album with all their famous songs being covered by bands like you guys?
Oh, that's interesting.
No,
haven't like, who are the bands if you remember?
I think like Bring Me the Horizon. I don't want to see Blink-182.
That would
Very
definitely fit,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
Like it's like all like those emo like
I gotta look it up for sure. Yeah.
I think it's called
We would be so down. Oh, speaking of cartoons, so like on the last day of we recently went on not a tour. It was just like a short run. Like we went to Pennsylvania, upstate New York, to Rochester, and then we had 2 dates in Ohio. So like on the last night when we were like already completely exhausted, like our guys, Steve, our drummer, and
Oh.
John, our guitarist, for whatever reason, like found out that we haven't watched Frozen, and they were
Are you kidding
they were
me?
torturing
No
us with the
way.
soundtrack on the way to the hotel, right, and on the way to the gigs. And then, like, once we got to the hotel, they're like, let's like, mind you, it's like 2 a.m. They're like, let's watch Frozen. We're like, yeah, sure, let's, for funny, right? Like, we gotta wake up at like 6 tomorrow and drive home like for 14 hours. And they're like, no, we're serious. Like, let's watch Frozen. They started watching.
They finished
They hooked it up with
watching.
like a
This is
laptop or
wild.
something, and like started watching Frozen. And like, so that's gonna be the second that I have to watch, because like we only watched like 15 minutes and then we passed out. We were
Yeah.
so exhausted.
That was not unrealistic.
But the guys there, they finished it, and they seem to really enjoy it, and they probably would do it again.
Here it comes, Major Moments cover of Let It Go.
Go. Major Moment actually had a song called "Let It Go."
There's a drop.
That never got released, but it wasn't the cover, and everybody was making fun because it came out around the time when everybody was making covers of "Let It Go."
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna ever come out, but it got
Mm,
played on the radio here in Boston,
that's right.
at least a couple times. But
So, oh man, it's already 8 o'clock already. Jeez, I don't even remember how long we've been doing this for. But
I know we're
Time
we-
flies.
we-
That's how
we
it works
usually-
with Major Moments.
yeah, that we usually like to talk, and can easily go for overtime sometimes.
no, but I love talking with you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. You guys like because here's the thing, right? I gotta be honest. So there's a lot of bands out there, right, and a lot of members of these bands
Yes.
who like are so caught up in their fame that like doing something like this, it's like nothing to them. But you guys actually take the time, and you guys actually remember your fans and the people who are there for you and the people who actually care about you. And you guys could have lost contact with me like a year ago, and we never have done this. But you guys remembered, and you guys kept your word, and that's what makes you the best band out there right now, in my opinion.
Thank you so much, man.
That's what we
appreciate
do,
it.
man.
Again, apologies for the delay, and for dragging this out. But the gazillion things that's happening right now, it's definitely not us caught in fame.
See, you found a couple of things on to-do list that we still didn't do, but it's coming.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So at least cassettes, and then we have to come up with the music video and the song for Vampire.
Right.
I'm a vampire. I have your blood in my veins.
And it's like it goes. I'm a vampire. I want your blood in my veins.
I want your blood in my veins.
Yeah.
That's even better. All right.
And it's if that happens, that'll be epic.
It will be epic.
Sounds
All right.
good.
Yeah. So, I mean, is there anything you guys are wondering? I mean, I guess I just want to ask if there's anything that you guys want to ask to me, because I feel like I've been saying a lot, and I feel like you guys haven't been able to ask me very much.
When is the next time we're doing something like that? Like, because
Next time we're in Chicago.
Right,
We're already
in
doing
person,
this.
right.
That's
So we're
right.
definitely.
I mean, when you guys come here, we'll do it in person. But if we want to do it like this again, we'll definitely do it if you want to.
All right. So, question for you. Like, so you're obviously like an anime fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, us being complete like anime noobs, right? Like, if you had to name, let's say 3 to 5 anime and nothing else that we have to watch, like, What are those?
Where should we start?
I got easy. Well, for first of all, for inspiration for the vampire song, if you guys do make it, Vampire Night. That's not number one, but that's one I recommend.
Sounds good.
And you said 5, right?
You can have 5. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna write the list right now.
So Vampire Night for the inspiration of the song. If you guys do that,
One condition though, it cannot be like a series that has like a 1,000 episodes.
No, it
or
doesn't
like
have.
16 seasons.
No, it doesn't have 1,000 episodes. It's not Dragon Ball Z or Pokemon.
Right, please spare us.
After Vampire Night, My Hero Academia for sure.
Mhm.
Sounds good.
Oh, that's 2. Digimon. Let's see. Metabots.
Huh?
What is it?
Metabots.
Metabots?
Yeah. Meta and then bots.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm really into this. I don't know how it would go over with you guys, but Beyblade.
Okay.
There's because when it comes to Beyblade, there's like different sagas, but you want to start at the beginning and then work from there.
Okay.
I like meta bots. There are a lot of bots on meta.
Meta. Yeah. Sure.
But yeah, those are just a few starters. So if you really like those, then you can upgrade to other ones, and you'd be like, yeah, I could get. Maybe you'll start cosplaying, and we'll see you at conventions cosplaying, and be like, oh my god, major moments at conventions now. What?
Right. So that would be a really cool thing, a really cool event to play. Actually, like an anime convention or like a video game convention, or both, right? Because for one, like we've been told multiple times that like specifically our song "Overcome" could be like an intro to like an anime.
Yeah.
And that was always that kind of stuck with us, and we're like, oh, okay, that's interesting, right? Like,
yeah.
you know, like people used to make like AMVs and all of that good stuff. So maybe I think somebody already made one,
Yeah,
right?
there's a couple of videos like
Right,
that.
but we have to find like an actual Japanese studio who's gonna actually put our song in an anime intro. That would be epic.
When you can actually if you want, like if you're an artist and you want to perform at a convention, you can actually go to the website for that said convention, and you can actually suggest, you can throw your name in there for like being a performer.
Nice. We should definitely do that. I think people will have fun. You know, we have something in common with the anime characters, right?
This would also be the best thing too. I'm doing let's just say I'm doing a panel at one of my anime conventions, and you guys happen to be there at the same time, and like I'm doing my panel, right, and it said, hey everyone, I got a major announcement, and then you guys are like, oh, you guys got a major announcement, oh my god, major moments here. Oh yeah.
That would be so cool.
And you guys just walk into my panel and everyone just goes like crazy, or they go like, yeah. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, totally. I got another question for you. Yeah. What are let's say top 5 video games or video game series of yours?
Guitar Hero.
Okay.
Because that shaped my music tastes so much. Let's see. Castlevania.
Okay.
Vampire.
Yeah.
The Dota E games, line of games, because like I'm a huge wrestling guy, and so the yearly game of that. I would say the hockey game, but I don't play I play those, but I don't play it as much as anything else I play. Tekken,
hell yeah.
Soul Calibur.
Oh yeah, now we're talking. All right, who are your favorite fighters in Tekken and Soul Calibur then?
In Tekken, it's always Paul.
Okay.
In Soul Calibur, I don't know. Anyone?
Yeah.
Do you have favorites?
I do, yeah. Well, statistically, the easiest to play with Tekken was Eddie always, and like it's always he always has this like capoeira style.
Do you
He's a-
play? Do you play the SNK fighting games like King of Fighters, Fatal Fury, Art of Fighting?
No, and I'm talking back like 20 years ago. I haven't touched. No, I actually I think I downloaded demo of Tekken on PS5, and I got so disappointed for whatever reason. Like it just didn't feel right to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just like I'm just getting old. So
Stop
that's
saying
it.
that.
Are you
Uh,
are you familiar with Neo Geo though?
I'm familiar with like the 2D fighting games, right? And like um the Street Fighter, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you know, Virtua Fighter came along like in a 3D world, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which then later became like an inspiration for like all the 3D fighting and like games like Shenmue as well. Like, but yeah, video game. Thinking of video games makes me sad because like there's a lot of video games that are so cool and I want to play them, but no time. Womp womp.
Can you can you get? No, I mean, can you imagine if they put one of your songs in Dance? Well, on Dance Dance Revolution,
Dance Dance Revolution.
yeah, like that game's no longer like relevant as much as it was back in like the early days. But like you, one of your guys' songs in Dance Dance
It should
Revolution,
have like a crazy like techno remix or something. Yeah, for sure.
like
That,
Cool.
that would be amazing. I used to be a huge fan of like rhythm music rhythm games, right? And the funny part of it is that back in Russia, like we couldn't get like official video games. Everything was pirated
mm-hmm.
because like to get an official game, like you would have to pay like whatever, like 50, $60, and like to a Russian, that's like a salary for a week or like 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like just not possible. So everybody would bootleg them and sell bootlegs for like I don't know, two, three
Well, same
dollars.
for music as
Same
well.
for music, same for movies. So like everything, like the entire entertainment industry was just pirated back in Russia up until like I don't know, fairly recent, right?
Yeah.
Like up until like late 2000s, early 2010s.
Yeah.
So you cannot pirate a floor mat of Dance Revolution, obviously, right? That's not a thing. But they would release Dance Revolution. And I would play on the controller like a complete idiot.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
one
I
one
still love it, though.
one more anime I want to recommend that I forgot. Black Butler. That's another one that you should
Black
watch.
Butler.
Yeah,
All right,
that's another one I recommend.
but yeah, rhythm games and like music related games in general, they were always my thing. Like so games like I don't know, Jet Set Radio that had like a crazy soundtrack. Like obviously, I already mentioned Crazy Taxi that had like The Offspring there, and like I guess Bad Religion, right, as a as a soundtrack. Tony Hawk Pro Skater
Oh yeah.
series because obviously it's the soundtrack,
Yeah.
right? Guitar Hero as well, but that came later. I was already here and playing on Xbox 360 at that time. Um, what else?
No, speak. No,
There's this like Parappa the Rapper video game on PlayStation. There's the Guitar Man. So those games are like near and dear to my heart. Like I love all of those like crazy like music related games because they were always niche games as well, and like people like the normies they wouldn't get them. Like they're like, oh, like you don't shoot and kill anybody here. Like no, dude, like you just like
Well,
it's a
that's
vibe.
why I like quest games. I love achievements.
so so I mean like I mean speaking of Guitar Hero real quickly, the song doesn't have to be in Guitar Hero, but like, do you guys have like a guilty pleasure song that you're like that's like Like it does. It has to be. It could be like something like so outlandish, like Kesha or something. Like something like that.
Actually, is not nearly outlandish enough.
Not in our books.
Not nearly outlandish for Major Moment.
But like
Oh, man.
guilty pleasure, you know. What's that
Guilty
song?
pleasure.
I have a lot. I used to listen to Rihanna and Beyonce and all those beautiful ladies that Andre doesn't like.
Eiffel 65, Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Da. That's my guilty pleasure.
Like oh that I'm blue, body, body,
They also had a song about video games as well.
Oh, I love Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. I love this song.
Is
It's good.
but isn't like that song like in the same vein with Major Moment because you guys use the pop rock thing?
Kind of, yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. But they just hate Radioactive because of
Breathing in chemicals. That's so cringe. Yeah. We're not doing any of that. But anyway, who are we hating on Imagine Dragons? One of the most successful bands of our time, selling out stadiums. You know, they live a good life. We're little bugs, kind of struggling here to survive. But whatever. What other guilty pleasures?
That got dark real quick. Stop.
Guilty pleasures. I don't know. Tattoo, right? Does that count as a guilty pleasure?
Wait, who makes that?
He doesn't know.
Tattoo, like the two Russian girls, in the school uniform. All the things she said.
I think so.
Yeah, like come on now. As an anime fan, that just screams anime characters.
Right.
I'm pretty sure there's definitely like they were so huge in Japan for one thing.
They toured, right?
They toured in Japan, yeah. Not just once, but
maybe I heard it, but I forgot.
Yeah, definitely look them up. Not in their current state though. Like look them up the way they used to be back in 2007 or like 2003, I think. Yeah.
That's great.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, it's 8 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock for you guys. I think this is a good point to wrap it up, and we can.
Sure. And just to get it out there, it doesn't have to be the last time. Like we're more than happy to, come back and do it again, and like maybe spend more time, talking about like the nerdier stuff, right? Like now that we already had the introduction.
Well, hopefully we'll also have some exciting news about Major Moment to share.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
You guys are always invited to come on again and again to talk about your stuff and your upcoming releases and all that stuff. This is the I'll let you have this platform to do that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much for having us.
Because I'm not like Howard Stern or anything like that, but I'm willing to give you I'm always one of the guys to give you my platform to advertise your stuff and get everything out there.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Awesome.
So you want to advertise your social medias, advertise the music, all that stuff before we?
Oh, you can find us anywhere, basically on any.
Well, apparently not anywhere because we're not on Amazon or eBay, but we're everywhere else.
Yeah, somebody just reached out to us and said, "I tried to find your albums on Amazon and eBay, and I couldn't find anything." Like, why would you?
That's an interesting idea.
Why would you look there? But for music, any streaming platform of your choice, we're there. YouTube for music videos, TikTok for stupid stuff, for brain rot, right? Social media, Instagram, Facebook, you name it, but mostly Instagram, YouTube. Threads for haters. And for unsolicited music industry advices from coming from me.
Right.
um, yeah. Don't ask me for my gamer tag.
And
I don't remember
don't
it.
forget to visit our website, Major
Oh,
Moment.
get the merch too, right? Get the merch.
Get the
Yes.
merch, majormomentband.com. You'll find your stuff there. We got some cool merch.
And we just recently opened our Patreon, and we're
Yes.
going to, upload a lot of good videos and backstage.
And I think
there's a lot of tears.
now that we already mentioned it here, I think Let It Go is definitely going.
That's what I was
up on
thinking.
Patreon. For better or worse. And we
Jesus
actually have plans to do some Twitch streaming as well pretty soon, and maybe that's what's gonna get us back into the video game world. And
Right?
maybe we're gonna combine socializing with our fans and actually playing video games, and like hopefully people are gonna donate a couple of dollars for us to like
To make a new song.
and while playing video games somehow, right?
So,
Make it work.
so does that mean since you come on here, I'll come on the Twitch stream and guest?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Of course.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Gonna be doing all sorts of things there, hopefully, like writing songs online, chatting with fans, like watching other people's music videos, requests, whatnot, playing video games at some point too. Just have to figure it all out.
So that's cool. So for me, everything I put in the graphic down here where you can find it. But yeah, Bloodbat Workshop is where you can find my stuff for all my writing and all that stuff. Hopefully you guys can go read it. I have my commissions open right now. If you guys want me to write you a poem, you can pay me and I'll write you one. But like I'll write for you, but the customization is all on you guys to get it done. So it's to your personal things, because I know I'll just write down the outline, but you guys make it personal to you. So I won't do that part. So, yeah, so make sure to check out Bloodbath Workshop where you can find all my poetry and all that. And yeah, with that being said, let's throw it up. Let's throw some up, guys.
Thank you. That was
Hell
awesome.
yeah. Thank you for having us. Thank you for listening, guys. Thank you for watching.
Have a good one.